The monarch, 95, has been double vaccinated. The Queen has remained at Balmoral after a staff member reportedly tested positive for COVID-19 at the Scottish estate. The monarch, who is 95 and double vaccinated, will remain at her private castle in Aberdeenshire as planned. However, there are now fears for the Queen's health, after a Balmoral employee tested positive for coronavirus and was sent home on Saturday. A source told The Sun, "All the staff at Balmoral are tested for COVID daily, and on Saturday this person showed up as positive. They were sent home and the staff canteen and bar were shut. They're on a separate block on the estate." Buckingham Palace declined to comment. The Queen travelled to Balmoral for her traditional summer break last month and was officially welcomed to her Scottish residence during a short ceremony last week. It marks Her Majesty's first stay at the estate since the death of her husband the Duke of Edinburgh in April. The monarch has since been joined by several family members, including the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall, the Duke of York and his former wife, Sarah, Duchess of York, and Princess Eugenie, Jack Brooksbank, and their 6-month-old son, August. It's likely that the Queen will also be visited by the Earl and Countess of Wessex, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their children later this month. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020, the Queen and Prince Philip took up residence at Windsor Castle, where they remained for the next year with a small team of staff dubbed HMS Bubble. The Duke passed away at the age of 99 at Windsor Castle on the 9th of April, and his funeral service took place at St George's Chapel 8 days later, attended by 30 members of his family in line with government guidelines at the time. Workers have been told to wear masks and to socially distance, but the royals themselves are pretty much carrying on as they were. The source also added, although Her Majesty is 95 and has been double jabbed, the feeling is she still has to be careful, yet she's determined to carry on as normal. She does not want to overreact. The Queen typically stays at her Balmoral estate until mid-October, when she is likely to return to Windsor Castle. Despite being on holiday, work still continues for the head of state. Every day she receives from government ministers, and from her representatives in the Commonwealth and foreign countries, information in the form of policy papers, cabinet documents and other state papers for her attention. These are sent up to her by private secretaries in the red boxes also used by government ministers to carry confidential documents. The Queen's holiday to Balmoral is expected to have been especially hard this year, as it is her first since the death of Prince Philip. She is reportedly desperate to get back to normal, planning shooting and picnics for the family. The Queen has been joined by Princess Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Mozzi, Prince Charles, and Camilla, and also Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, plus Princess Eugenie, who reportedly brought baby August on his first Balmoral trip.